Hey besties, it's your favorite BFF, Barillo. And today I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk to you guys about how much I make as a background actor living in Atlanta. So, technically, I don't live in Atlanta. I just kind of work out in Atlanta. I still live here in Flint, Michigan. That's where I'm from. But I go out to Atlanta to work, and I'll just stay like a couple months at a time, do some work, and then come back home, yada, 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 yada. But anyways, let's get into how much I make. So I think starting off, I started background acting. I got to Atlanta in February, and I started background acting. I want to say, I think my first gig was like May. I think my first gig of background acting was in May. And let me say this first. Like, I love it. I love it so much. I think if you are an aspiring actor and it's something that you want to get into, I think doing background work first teaches you so much, teaches you the lingo, teaches you set etiquette. Like, it just teaches you so much that I think it's a really good starting point for, I think if you want to be an actor in your career, it's a really, really great starting point. Like, hands down, 10 out of 10, I highly do recommend. I also think that background acting, you're able to just watch so much. You're able to just like physically see what's happening and how things are ran. And I think it just kind of, and if you're a sponge, how I'm a sponge, it just, I feel like you just naturally start to grasp things, and then you can kind of move up. Like, you can be a background actor, and then and then you can move up and possibly do stand-in work, which I did do some stand-in work as well. And like, once you do stand-in, like, you a little official, okay? You're a little official. It's super, super cool. It's so dope. But yeah, it's just a really, really good entry level point to get into if you're an aspiring actor. And then on top of that, you get paid for it. Pretty long days, but you're getting paid for it. You're being on set. You're getting to kind of see how the movie magic works. You're getting to kind of rub elbows and see some of your favorite celebrities. They feed you. It's some really cool perks that comes along with being a background actor that I don't think everybody knows about. And so today I'm just going to talk about, how much I make. So I started in May. That was my first gig. And in the month of July, so because you get paid later, right? Takes a little while for the checks to come. And so I started in May, and I got my first check. I think I got my first check in June. I think it was like $132 or somewhere around there. So not a lot, but it was like my first, my first little gig, and I was just like, okay, this is cute. I had a great time. But in the month of July, I made $2,008. That's a pretty good month doing. That's a pretty good month doing background work. And I didn't do too many gigs. I think I only did maybe about 5 or 6. But I had one that was a big kahuna, and it paid me $1,000 to background act. $1,000. And what happens is, when you're a background actor, you get bumps. There's certain things you do that gives you bumps. If I had facial hair or longer hair and they asked me to cut my hair, that's a bump, okay? If I have to kiss anybody or do any type of romantic kind of scene or something in the background, that's a bump. Any nudity, anytime you take off an item of clothing and you have some type of skin showing, that's a bump. And I did a film. Actually, it was a series on Peacock. I won't say what it is, but if you want more, if you want another video about what all I've done, just comment below, and I'll get it when I'll get to it. I promise. But I did that, and I had to show a little nudity. Had to get a little naked. I had to get a little naked, y'all. But you would too for a check, okay? And I'll do it again. But that's what happened, and that's what got me like a super super big check for July. Now, in the month of August, wasn't that much. I think I made about 400 or almost between 400 and $500 the month of August. So not once again, not too good, not too good like July, right? But I didn't book as many gigs as I would like to have booked in August. And like that's the thing with background acting too, you know, like you're still auditioning. It's not just like, oh, we need extras, so here, grab him, here, grab her. Like, it's not really like that. Like, you still have to be, sometimes you still have to be what the director is looking for. They have this thing, what they call director selects. And it's literally the director picking the extras, which is kind of a really big deal because you're working hand in hand with the director. They probably want you to do something very specific, so you end up getting probably more camera time. I have been on set with Tyler Perry and seen him grab an extra and give them lines. And then that's the point you go from extra to SAG-AFTRA member. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's filled with so many open opportunities. I promise you, it's so cool. It's so cool. I'm really bigging it up right now. I believe, like, I think that it's really, really, really cool. But yeah. So August didn't really do too much. Didn't really book too many things. I booked a couple, so I think I made about 414 or maybe 450 or something like that. But then what's after August? September. I think September I made what did I make in September? Let me go look. All right, I'm back. I'm so sorry. So in September I made $593, so which was right under 600. Decent, right? Decent. You know, I mean, living in Atlanta, not really enough to sustain. You might have to get you not a 9 to 5, because I feel like it's too much. That's too much for if you're trying to be like on set. So a 9 to 5 wouldn't work, because a lot of times you're on set 16, 17, 18, 19 hours out of the day. It really, really depends. So a 9 to 5 wouldn't work, but getting you like maybe something part-time, I feel like will be smart, just so you can kind of sustain. If you don't, you know, to make up lack of, if you don't book as much, if you don't book as many jobs for the month or whatever. But yeah, so I made about right under $600. I think it was 593. So that was really cool. I did one of my favorite gigs that month. Once again, if you want me to talk about all the gigs I've done, just comment below and I'll make a video. I promise. I'll get to it. I promise. But yeah, it's really, really cool. And October was another really, really good month. October, look at all these. Like, look, October had me working. I was working in October. I don't know what the energy was in October, but everything I submitted for got booked. I was booking all them things. Look at my booking all them things. No, really. I was booking so many gigs in October, and it ended up putting me at right under $1,500 for the month, which is another really, really, really good month. Once again, like I said, like your background acting, like you're not doing any hard freaking labor. Like you're not, I mean, sometimes you do stand up for a long time, but you're not like on your feet, like flipping burgers, and no offense to like any, you know what I'm saying, any restaurant, fast food workers, you know. I just think that for me, I've always wanted to be in this industry ever since I was a kid. Like I imagined myself like dancing in music videos and being on music video sets and being on movie sets and acting, and you know what I'm saying, like and that's what I wanted to do as a little kid. Ever since I was like 3 years old, I've never wanted to do anything else but be an entertainer and entertain. And so for me being able to like go to Atlanta and book gigs and do these jobs and get paid to do them, like I'll do this shit for free. You know what I'm like? For real, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't have to survive, if I didn't need money to survive in the world, like, this is the type of shit I would do for free because I just love it and I'm so passionate about it that much. My phone is sliding, so I'm trying to hold it. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, so October I made a 15, right under $1,500. I think it was like 1,493 or some shit like that. Like, right under $1,500, which is another really, really, really good month. I did do a lot of gigs though to get that high. So like that was the thing. Like, I worked. It wasn't like that first month in July. It wasn't like that first month in July where I didn't work that many and I got paid that much or whatever. But yeah, but I worked a lot. Yeah. I would say one of the cons about it is, like, when I first started, like I started in May on a show and I didn't get my first check until July, because like when you first get into it, sometimes it takes like your checks a little longer to come. And I think because you're new or whatever, processing, onboarding, because it's still a job, so you still do all that stuff. They take out taxes and do all that stuff with background work. So I think maybe that just took a long time. But after July, like, I started to get them like back to back to back to back. Every time I would like check the mail or check my account, because some delivered in, some only did checks, some did direct deposit. Yeah. So that's cool. Also too, all of these numbers are like a little inaccurate because sometimes you'll get paid cash on a set. So, and like that's a whole, or like they'll just send it to your they'll ask for your Cash App at the end of the workday. They'll ask for your Cash App. So it really, so the numbers are a little off, but like this is just like roughly about like what I was making like, for these months, oops, sorry. Roughly what I was making like these months. So this video is just, I don't know, I wanted to talk about it because I think a lot of people don't know about it and don't know like how much it makes or if it's sustainable or whatever. But like I said, like, if there's something you love to do, if it's something you want to get into, if you're interested, I think this is a perfect entry point because you could just learn so much. I've learned so much from being on all these sets. Like, I literally feel like a pro when I walk in. I'll be like, psh, what's up? I know exactly what to do and the exact etiquette of how to be and how to act on set. Quiet on set. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's important. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a perfect entry point. And like I said, you get paid to do it. They feed you, and they have snacks at Crafty. Crafty, bro. Some Crafties be, oh my god, some Crafties be so good. Yo, if you guys want a video, also if you want a video about more of this content of just how it is on set, who had the best set, who was the best, what was the best production to work on, like, I can give you all of this content. I promise I can give you all of this content. All you got to do is like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see and what you want to know. Yeah, I'm here. Continue to wish me luck on my journey, because not only am I background acting, but I have now started to like do self-tapes and audition for bigger roles, and I'm really excited. 2025 is going to be the time, and I will continue to keep you guys informed on this journey of becoming an actor. It's going to be cool. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a ride. One hell of a ride, I promise. And yeah, so that's basically how much I make a month. I did not work November or December. I actually decided to come back home to my hometown. Ooh, shit, I'm slobbing. I had to come home, back to my hometown, and get myself together, get some things together, get some life in order. But I will be back in Atlanta really, really soon, and back on the grind, on the hustle. I'll be back. So that's going to be great. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope this gave you some insight. I hope I inspired some future actors. I pray that that anybody else on this journey, loves this journey and appreciates this journey and this time. I pray that that I did reach somebody who is interested and maybe not know where to go or what to do. You know, if you want a video on how I got into background acting and maybe the ways, I would definitely 100% love to make that video as well. All you have to do is like, comment, subscribe, and I will create that video for you. I will create that video for you. I think it's really easy. I think it's not as hard as, ooh, snap, I got like curse on my eye. It's not as hard as a lot of people may think. I think you just have to know what's available to you and what's out there. And I would love to provide that information for, you know what I'm saying, some future stars, man. I feel like, you know, somebody watching could definitely be a future big household name, because I feel like we all have the opportunity. God gave all of us the opportunity to do it, you know? And yeah. And thank you for watching this video, and like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back. Let's go.